Hello and welcome to another character idea video. This is The Crit Bonder, a guide by Fabula Points. Me! So basically the idea around this build is to be able to critical hit as much as possible so that we can create as many bonds as possible so that we can then use Fabula Points to either reroll stuff or just trying to get experience as much as possible. So yeah, let's just go straight into building the character page. So we're just going to call it Crit Bonder. Pronouns will be he, him. Identity will be critical master, why not? Theme will be creating bonds, and origin will be, I don't know, what will I do for an origin? I'll just go the friend, I don't know. I'm not sure about an origin, but we can put anything for origin. So bonds, this will come up heavily after we start playing, but not so much right now. Fabula points, we start with 3. Experience points, we start with 0. Okay, so let's do equipment. So let me just put that on. Yeah, that's already there. Okay. Let's get equipment. So starting weapon. I know because we're going to go Fury that we're going to get martial armor and martial shields already. We'll add it in. So I'm going to do the shuriken. The reason for this is because I want to be able to hit ranged attackers, and it synergizes well with the other stuff we have going later. Okay, so shuriken is our weapon. For armor, I was originally going to go runic plate, but then I decided to go bronze plate with a shield instead. The reason for this is runic plate gives you, so, oh no, the brigandine even, not bronze plate. We'll go brigandine, sorry. Because we want less of an initiative kind of drain. So if we went runic plate, we get 11 defense, we get insight plus 1, magic defense and -3. Whereas if we go brigandine and the shield, which is on the next page, the bronze shield, we actually get more defense. We get less magic defense. But yeah, okay. So initiative modifier will be -2, which isn't bad. So defense is dex. We need to do our stats. Okay, so stats. Because we have a shuriken, we want dex and insight to be quite high. We want them to be the same. The reason we want them to be the same is because we want to be able to keep critting. And obviously, if one is, say, if we have a D10 and a D8 and we roll a 9 on the D10, it's not possible to get a 9 on the D8. So we need to keep this as close as we can. Okay. So now let's do our defense. So our defense is 10 plus 2. Could have done that anyway, 12. And then magic defense is insight die, which is 10. So we're actually pretty tanky from the start. Okay, so we'll do inventory points of 6. Right, let's go into the actual kind of class level and the builds. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to pick Entropist and the Fury. The reason why, let me just put that on one page, is because the Entropist has access to this skill, Lucky 7. Now what Lucky 7 does is you have a lucky number at the beginning of each session, the number is 7. Once a scene after you perform a check, you may replace the value shown on one of the dice you rolled with your lucky number. That becomes a new value. So, say if we roll a 7 and a 5 or something, we can swap the 5 for a 7 and then we crit. And then when we crit, we get an opportunity. One of our opportunities is that we can create bonds, and that's the whole idea around what we're doing. So we're going to go Entropist. We're actually going to take 3 levels in Entropist. So 3 benefits, MP plus 5, and ritualism, rituals. So we're going to take Lucky 7, going to get 1 level in that, and we're actually going to do Entropic Magic, and we're going to take 2. And the ones we're going to take are, I'll show you now. So basically, entropy magic takes insight and willpower, and our willpower is very low. So I wouldn't use this as like an offensive spellcaster. I would use this as like a kind of support entropist. So I'm going to pick Dispel, because Dispel you don't need to roll, you just dispel the magic effects on a creature. And I'll also take Mirror. Mirror is your typical reflect. Cast it on someone, next time they hit with a offensive spell, the person casting the spell gets hit instead. Great for bosses. But yeah, that's our Entropist. So let's go Fury. I'm kind of like powering through this a bit, I know, but like I've done quite a few of these builds already, and a lot of people, if you've been watching them, know how to build characters by now. So it's max imp. Oh, we just put MP. MP plus 5, and martial plus melee weapons. So the reason we're calling this the crit bonder, and the main crit is this frenzy ability. So the way frenzy works is if we do accurate checks with brawler, dagger, flail, or thrown weapons, and our shuriken is a thrown weapon, you get a critical success if both dice show the same number and the check's not a fumble. So if we roll 2 2s, that's a critical success, and we'd hit. And if we trigger this with lucky 7, if we roll a 7 and anything else, we can swap the anything else for a 7. Our new lucky 7 number becomes that anything else number. And then as we're going, if we match that with any dice, we can change the other dice to match it, and then we crit again. So it's this amazing synergy between the two classes. As long as you're using Brawling Dagger, Flail, or Thrown weapons, you can basically like massively increase your odds of critical hitting, which is fantastic. So we need 2 levels of Fury, so we're going to go for Indomitable Spirit. And what this does, I don't want it caps, Indomitable Spirit. What this does, it means that when we spend 1 or more Fabula points, which we'll be trying to do as often as we can, you'll get an additional benefit where you recover hit points, mind points, or you recover from a single status of your choice. Which, because we're going to be spending Fabula points, because the idea is to do that as much as possible, to level up as much as possible, we may as well get some extra benefits. So let's go back here for a second. Oh, we didn't do the Zenith. Okay, so let's have a look. So the Shuriken is 150, the Brigandine is 150, that's 300, Bronze Shield is 100, so there's 100 left. Okay. Right. We need to add rituals, and then we need to add our Entropist spells, and then we're done. Cool. So let's go down. Class level. Entropist. Oh no, that's other classes. I'm in the wrong bit. Okay, so we pick Dispel. Costs 10 MP. Targets is 1 creature. Duration is instant. And then we just copy and paste. And then the other one was Mirror. So that's 10, 1 creature, and scene. And there we go. That's our level 5 character. So let's zoom out slightly. So we have our names, identity, everything. We have our Fabula points. We have our equipment. We have all of our dice. We haven't done HP. Okay. So let's zoom back in. Scroll across. HP is might die d6 times 5, which is 30, plus our level, which is 5, plus other, and these give MP. No, does Fury give MP, or is it HP? Fury's HP. Why did I say MP? My bad. That's what I get from trying to rush and keeping the video short. Okay, so try that again. Might, which is d6 times 5, which is 30, plus level, which is 5, plus 5, which is 40. So the crisis is 20, and the current is 40. MP is willpower, which is times 5, which is 30, plus level, which is 35, plus 5, which is 40. even HP and MP, which doesn't happen very often. Cool. So that's it. So the idea again is to have lucky seven start us off with having a seven as a special number that we can swap any dice to. We will then attack with shurikens, and then if we get any double, we crit, and when we crit, we can use the opportunity for bonding to create a bond or add an emotion to an existing bond. And then as we're playing, we can use the bond then to spend Fabula points to invoke it to reroll, and if we reroll, we can crit again. If we crit again, we can get an opportunity for a further bond, and that's just a way for us to spend Fabula points, have more abilities to do that to try and level up as quick as we can. It also helps leveling up your party. So yeah, it by itself isn't really a powerful character, especially at the start of the game. But if you say, for example, have an Entropist with Lucky 7 and you're not sure what to do with it, you could always like dip into Frenzy, or probably more like the other way around, to be honest. If you're a Fury who uses Frenzy, Lucky 7 is a great addition to that skill to be able to crit more, and it's just a really cool synergy that I wanted to share. So yeah, if you're feeling like you don't crit enough and you want to be able to make more bonds quickly, the Crit Bonder is for you. So thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.